excited. Okay, so here's the deal. I'm blaming this situation that we have here on all of my sweet friends who made me feel really embarrassed and bashful when they watched my videos and texted me about it. Guys, stop doing that. This makes me very uncomfortable, but it's also like therapeutic in a way to just talk about things, like especially when it's like really info heavy and it's hard to tell people about it like in these long posts online. So I decided to start this little, I don't know if you want to call it a series, on this channel, just like talking about stuff, you know, just talking, chatting. So I'm being really cheesy and I'm calling it Coffee Dates with Jordan Tate. Cheesy. So cheesy. So cheesy. Because it's all I could think of at the moment and it rhymed. So if you have any other ideas, let me know. But it's not just going to be about oils. I'm going to talk about whatever, marriage, adoption, infant loss, other fun, exciting, not depressing topics like that. But because oils and like what I talked about in the last video has been mostly the thing on my mind lately, just with questions, that is where I'm going to start today. So last video I made was 17 minutes long. I'm so sorry. But the reason is because I felt like there was a lot I needed to get out that all related. But these are going to be a lot shorter. So on the topic of oils, we are going to talk about kind of just like a very basic introduction. I know there's a lot of you that live all over the country who ask me like, help me, I want to learn, but don't really know where to start. And it is hard to just like read these long posts about oils and get like all the information that you need, you know? So I feel like this will make it easier. Okay, the first thing I'm going to talk about is how I got started personally with oils. Sorry, I'm messing with my hair. It's never straight, so I just like, you know what I mean? When like you straighten your hair and it just like you want to touch it. So how I got started with oils. All right, so I had a friend who was really into oils and she just talked to me about it. She posted about them online. I was curious, but I was using, like I had a diffuser that I'd had for like probably a couple years. And I started buying oils just for like to make my house smell good. And I would buy them from, you know, like Whole Foods. I had no clue that there were differences in oils or anything like that. So when my friend started talking about them, I was like, oh, I'm kind of curious about this, but I wasn't like gung-ho. And honestly, I was pretty skeptical because anything related to direct sales used to freak me out, which is silly now that I think about it. But that's where I was then. So she would talk about oils, and then eventually she brought them to my house. But I had told her up front a lot, like, hey, I'm not gonna get this whole kit. Like I have some oils, I have my diffuser. And she tried to tell me that they were, you know, that there's different kinds of oils and different quality of oils, just like there's different qualities of literally everything. I did want to support her as a friend. Like I think, you know, when you have close friends who get involved in like LuLaRoe or what is it, like Beauty Counter, Arbonne, these different like companies, you do just want to like support your friends, and especially if it's something that you're open to trying. And so I decided that I would start out getting what's known as like the basic kit, which just kind of gets you like the membership, but it doesn't give you all of the oil, or like it doesn't give you a ton of oils at one time. It just gives you one oil and then you can like order when you want. And I was like, maybe I'll just like build a collection slowly. Okay, I can't believe I'm telling you this, but it's true. I was sent a ton of oils when I was only supposed to get one. I didn't get the full kit that people buy a lot of times, but they did send me more than I was supposed to get. And maybe you're thinking right now that I am dishonest and I should have told them and sent them back, but I didn't. I was like really excited, and the way I rationalize it now is like I gave a lot of those oils away. I was like giving them out like candy because I was like, I didn't buy these. And some people who were in like the organization that I was in, that I had signed up with, had said like usually when this happens they just tell you to keep it because it's a hassle to like it like costs money to like ship them back and then blah, 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 blah. Anyway, so I like got all these oils and I was like, how do I use these? I don't know what they're for. I kind of was put in this position where I thought at first I was going to be learning how to use like one oil at a time, and then I would like look up an oil and then be able to go online and order the one oil and like know how to use it. But all of a sudden I was staring at like 11 oils that I didn't know how to use, and I was like, all right. And honestly, I had a pretty open mind at that point. I was like, here they are. I have these. I am going to learn how to use them, and then I'll be able to see for real like if they work. I still didn't know how to use them. It took me a long time. But what I would do is I would like look up 1 or 2 oils at a time. Like I started with I think I started with lavender or lemon, and I just looked up some ways to use it and I just started using them. I was officially eating my words and telling my friend, look, you were right all along. I sort of thought you were crazy. I sort of thought this was all just like, you know, direct sales mumbo jumbo, but these work. Like they're working. It wasn't long after that I started sharing about them. Not because I was trying to like build a business, but because they were working for our family. And I just think like anytime you experience a product that works, no matter if you got it at like Target or Walmart or Amazon, you typically tell your friends and family about it. So a lot of people will say, okay, well, I'm sort of like mildly interested in oils, but I don't think I can afford them. And this is what I'm gonna tell you as a little secret. I talked to you about that first month that I was just using the oils. Once I started sharing about them, I wasn't paying for my oils anymore. And I can teach you how to do that if you're interested. It's not hard. It's not like you don't have to make a YouTube channel. The cool thing about Young Living that sets them apart from other direct sales companies is that anyone who gets started is eligible to make commission. It doesn't mean you have to like turn your life into like make it your job. You don't have to do that. Especially if you're just gonna go low-key. Like if you just want to get your oils paid for every month, like it's not hard. I started realizing like, oh man, this is like a lot easier than I thought it was. And so I've pretty much been getting our oils for free every month, and it hasn't required like anything crazy. The other thing, let's say you don't want to share about oils. You're like, I don't feel comfortable like doing that, or like, you know, figuring out how to get my oils paid for. That's fine. Here's the other cool thing. Using these oils have allowed us to replace a lot of other things we were buying. I would say the biggest way they cut down on expenses is by supporting our immune systems. So we're going to the doctor less. We're not buying medications. They replaced our household cleaning products, skincare, beauty care. I'm still working on hair care. I need all the help with this hair, and I'm really trying to go chemical free everywhere. What I'm saying is that we have all these oils now that have replaced a ton of products that we used to buy. I feel like it's just one of those things where like you can look at your budget and be like, okay, like how much do I have to spend on this, and where can I cut? So I'm not buying chemicals anymore. I'm not buying cleaners anymore. I'm not buying this and that, and finding a way to work it in. The other thing, and people have asked this a lot, when you join with Young Living, there's no order requirements. So it's not like you're like, oh, I have to make room in my budget to spend $100 a month. You don't. You can order when you want. It's sort of like, I tell people, it's like, you know, when you get like a Costco membership or a Sam's membership, like you just go when you want. That's what it is. Except it's better because there's no yearly fee. Like you're not paying for that every year. And then lastly, the thing I want to talk about is like, why is it beneficial to have a team? So you'll notice if you've followed anyone who's like doing Young Living, you might notice like there's certain brands of like teams. So you'll see like on someone's picture or like on a hashtag that they are using this like team name besides the name Young Living. The reason for that is like under the huge umbrella of Young Living, it is beneficial to have a team, because those people are supporting you and giving you resources that you would otherwise have to find on your own. If you're curious about that, that's why I belong to a team. That is probably gonna do it for an intro. I hope this all made sense. If you have a question about anything I've talked about, leave it in the comments, because I will take any questions that are left here and I will answer them in the next video. And I hope that you will come back and watch me be embarrassed and nervous in front of a camera. Okay, bye!